Listen, man. I was I was about to go to sleep, but I was watching this show, right? This dude almost killed himself a certain type of way. The nigga ate some honey and some eggs. First, he ate like some chocolate. Like, yo, this nigga looked like he killed himself. The nigga ate some chocolate like he was about to shit on himself, right? Then the nigga, everybody's sitting there starving. then it looked like he pulled out somebody else's food. Like, oh, you thought you were gonna eat better than me? And then the nigga ate the person food, right? It was it was he ate some good food for a second. That then then the nigga turned around and said, "Yo," he said, "Fuck that, man." That nigga said, "I don't know. I don't know if he killed it. He was gonna kill everybody else, or he killed himself." The nigga cooked some biscuit, eggs. Yo, first the nigga ate some fish. I don't know where that shit came from because I didn't have none of that. So that must have been something else, a certain type of next way. The nigga ate some. It looked like fish. I'm not too sure if it was even fish. Tell you the truth, I don't know what it was. It just looked like fish for a second. The nigga turned around. The nigga ate everything else I told you and stuff, right? And then the nigga cooked some eggs and biscuits and gave it to everybody else with some honey and shit. I said, I looked around. The nigga looked like, yo, you know niggas that look like they in a cabin cooking and just having a cabin cabin stabbing. Oh no, no, that's no, that's yo, Kevin Simon is a Kevin Simon. Also, I'm looking at the situation. I can't believe it at the time because I'm like, oh, the nigga was with a bunch of people. My nigga, the shorty he was with looked like she gave everybody some head before they even got on the show and shit. Then I'm like, yo, that can't be the situation for a second though, because looking at the situation, I'm like, yo, that nigga must have some real fucking crazy dungeon in his homeboy garage or something somewhere that he be chilling at to go do that on the show at a time. Because a nigga, yo, me, I'm a natural refiner, so a nigga eat good. But if around me, but another he looked like he must have been at his homeboy house. Somebody else was doing something another type of way, and he must have came out straight out the sweatbox dungeon from his homeboy garage or something. And then next thing you know, bro, that nigga just finished himself cabin stabbing and said, I said, yo, I looked at the nigga. I said everything is gonna go wrong at the time, and they're gonna end up blaming that nigga. I said everything's gonna go wrong a certain type of way, and they're gonna blame that nigga. I felt sorry for that nigga because I'm like, if something happened to him, yo, a lot of niggas is just gonna drop. Another person ain't gonna be able to believe what's going on a certain type of way. They ain't gonna. That's unbelievable a certain type of way. But then I started thinking about there's a bunch of I'm watching some Asian show, a bunch of Asian niggas and stuff. So I'm like, another they're not putting other niggas is not really they're not really paying attention to certain things a certain way. But I'm just gonna be real. Think about this. Like, let me tell you something. They look like some Asian niggas, but like not I want to say China. I don't think Philippines. I wouldn't. They're not definitely not Taiwan. They wouldn't be Vietnamese. I don't know. I don't know what part of Asia I could tell you them niggas was from. But I'm gonna be real with you, right? This is what I gotta tell. Oh, this is another thing I want to speak about. To individuals in China, listen to this. Be careful of the niggas in Japan, and I'm gonna tell Oriental people be careful of the niggas in Japan, and be careful of other niggas in Vietnamese, and also this is for India, Puerto Rico, uh, India, Puerto Rico, Trinidad. I'm gonna tell them something that they really need to think about, and I'm very serious about this when I'm speaking. Be careful. Anyway, listen to this. Be careful, niggas. Be careful of niggas in Japan. Niggas in Japan are, Mushu reside, or they used to really reside in Japan also at a time. And koreA, listen to this, man. Let me tell you something also. koreA should listen to this. I'm not gonna leave koreA. Listen to this. The reason why, because I'm wearing this, so I'm gonna say also koreA. I haven't really acknowledged koreA in a long time, but I'm gonna just say just like this. Be careful of niggas in Japan. Another person, especially Oriental people. Let me tell you why, and especially Vietnamese people also. Let me explain why to you. Japan used to be, educated by Mushu at the time, right? Mushu was well educated in deadly arts, not regular arts, real deadly arts in martial arts at the time. A person says why because at a time when I was in Japan and stuff, I went through like a real conquer. This is things that Genghis Khan, my son, Genghis Khan, he don't know nothing about this. He doesn't know why I was so I was more than ruthless when I was in Japan. When I educated Japan because I was in and out on the higher levels of their planets, and another person think their education is of their social economics also, but really of certain families. Nobody will know them because they're not families that anybody would ever notice in certain things, you know. But I was, they were educated about their planets, their higher planets to their education, and I was beyond ruthless. Yo, when I tell you, my nigga, I was beyond ruthless a certain type of way when it came to individuals, and I really manhandled individuals because the detrimental education that they were learning a certain type of way, right? But the reason why I tell you be careful of individuals in Japan, India, and Trinidad and Puerto Rico, the reasons why I tell you to be careful of those islands and be careful of Haiti. The reason why I'm speaking about an Oriental lands and Vietnamese lands. Be careful of Haiti. Another person says, I educated you and try not to say something, but because of what I was watching and what I seen a certain type of way, I'ma come forward and tell you something straight up and blunt, a certain type of way. At a time, Haiti didn't consider the reasons of their current and their current, and they didn't consider the reasons of their reality. When I went to Haiti last time before the earthquake, the water was looking like trash. A person says, "What do you say?" I said, "That's a mystical, a real mystical island that you wouldn't believe another person won't tell you." But their water was looking like trash. Now, listen to this. You have Haitians that are near the coast of how can I tell you, near coast of they even near the coast of Japan a certain type of way. So a person will tell you, listen, man, let me explain something to you a certain type of way where you would have to acknowledge a certain thing a certain type of way. Let me explain something to you. Japan, the Haiti coast itself, right? Now, the Haiti coast is the current of their coast of their vibrational frequency. Now, you see, I told you the nigga was in a wood cabin and he ate eggs and fish. I said the nigga killed himself and everything went wrong. He must have came out some bad pussy or some sweatbox because it's one thing to make fun of a situation, but it's another thing to prevent a situation instead of making fun of it. Because if you actually go through with the act, it is more than detrimental. Not only a certain person would be so vital a certain type of way, they're causing my empress hurt in her life that's that's gonna cause stress to her anatomy on a high level of physics. Another person said they could refine a quality. No, because if my wife is trying to recover off of drug overdoses, poison hits, martial art blows, and certain things at a time, she doesn't want in her habitation anything that's gonna cause her not to be able to refine. Another person is constantly acknowledging her habitation in her time a certain type of way, and her quality of her education is beyond high. So she won't, some of my wives won't tell another individual the reason of their point of enlightenment that they have, because another person's already honors their sacredcy a certain type of way to their education. But complicating her point of enlightenment at a point is already, if she already has a tremendous love for an individual a certain type of way, is going to complicate the physical of the rest of the habitation of the body, and then it'll cause some type of uproar and certain things. You know how some people say, "Oh, me is doing this, me is doing that." Yo, you got to slow down. Me, don't kill your mother and don't end up causing me to get shot because I'm recovering from the dark anatomy trying to kill me. I have other family. I deserve a vacation to go certain other places to be happy. Another person can't tell me that I can't do certain things. Another person doing certain things or cause all type of other situations a certain type way. I don't have time for things like that. Let me explain something to you. Now, another person says, I don't have time for an individual trying to find out if a babysitter could do something a certain type of way and trying to cause certain acts or certain harmonical frequencies with a babysitter because they just want to get into the drawers of pussy because they want to be able to know if they can handle a situation from themselves. Honoring yourself is more better than endangering your life, because another person is not about endangerment and they don't want that type of situation if they're already handling things in their life because of the ignorance of other people. Showing a person that you're going to complicate this situation even more is already hurting the higher empress consciousness to the reality, and then she's already looking at the conduct that's already done, and then the empress doesn't want to be embarrassed. Now, Haiti at a time didn't honor the reason of their current of the waters. So my anybody could get sick a certain type of way. It's just like, let me tell you something. In the paradigm of time, my wife wants to heal. But if she's deteriorating, is not helping if a person is deteriorating her habitation to an enormous level. Her current condition has to be habitable for her to go forward in the physical reality. Mushu never had deteriorating water. My wife and the Mushu of the Mushu clan and of the Mushu calendar covered her water a certain type of way with a form of exotic covering of the water's habitation to keep cleansed so nobody would look at her depth because she was a person that you had to really respect and she didn't want nobody knowing her privacy. When you had children start pissing into the water, shitting into the mushu water, and then you see how the houses are built above the water, some of them, those are people that disrespected my wife and complicated her anatomy even more. That even caused the deterrence of us being together when her martial arts was precise to something else for the continuance of her love of her habitation to regard the reasons of her existence. It was the continuance of individuals' ignorance from martial art blows at a time and other forms of regardment when it came to the natural habitation that caused the complications in her life because the individuals she regarded when it came to martial arts take and also the things that she did moving and sending away situations when it came to the depth of her reality to show you that she would never even be devalued or nobody would ever be able to make her uncomfortable when it came to her social economics, especially to her sacredcy when it came to her habitation. So, Haiti at the time went and dirtied the water of a calendar that wasn't of a land that wasn't even of their real calendar. It was a point of a land that was given for educational reasons because the point of the coast I was around and I was habitating at the time. Because remember, I'm the real Zeus. So at the time, I was habitating around certain places a certain type of way, and then when I seen that things were getting too much and individuals was coming and getting too comfortable, I took away certain places. Not only did I did it to Atlantis, I did it to other places also. A part of Brazil is missing even from the water. It's not even in the water. It's already gone and missing. So, and remember, and I only resided in that part I'm speaking about, and then when certain things happen, I already took care of it before anybody would ever question anything because individuals on that island was already causing too much situations, and that was like a best situation for me at the time to even be handling a certain type of education. I was educating individuals because of the practice of the habitation and things I was doing. So what I was doing to individuals in another place because of their ignorance and when they needed to learn the lessons of their life, and then other things that was going on when it concerning my wife, and then certain of my other wives, and then I continued a certain type of way. I don't gotta explain to you why I was doing anything. This is certain things is natural and sacred only for me. But I'ma just be real, hate is just like if a person's gonna heal. Now, Haiti has water. If Haiti is abusing their current condition and dirtying the reason of their refinement of their consciousness or the refinement of the natural current reality of their reflection or their comfortability to their natural coolness of their habitation or humane condition, that means a person would never be able to recover. And even my mushuwas wasn't of deterioration; they were of real high uh, uh, education, intellect when it came to respect and honoring one's natural existence of the physical reality. Now, an individual at a time went and started getting comfortable with other individuals in other parts and lands like Haiti, started sleeping with probably Spanish girls, West Indian girls, uh probably Caucasian girls, Asian girls, white girls. That's even dangered the situation even more. Uh, uh Probably Asian girls. I'm not too sure about it, but they were very close to individuals of Japan's acknowledgement when it came to the education of individuals at a certain time. So I'll tell you this, you know what I'm saying? Because either way, another individual, they'll say something a certain type of way, but I'll tell you the reality when it comes to situations. You know, Haiti probably went and was with Asian girls and dealing with the vitalness because one dealing with the precise fierceness of one's consciousness, of one's high intellect, of one's reason, of one's virtue, or 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 one's uh discipline for endurance. It would be beyond uh, uh of one's physical reality when it even came to even forms of one's habitation. Now, a person says, "What are you speaking about?" A certain way. Now, let me explain something to you because this is something that an individual needs to know about certain things. Now, I'm gonna just tell you this. Now, if me, I'm gonna just be real with you a certain type of way. I could just tell you what I want to tell you, but me, I'm a person of elegance, so I'll tell you straight up and down a certain type of way in the physical reality, depending on how one acknowledges one's reality at certain points of existence, even at a time. But me, I'll just tell you the reality when it comes to me. You know what I'm saying? Because even when you think something a certain type of way, I tell an individual what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because another person say what you speaking about, and I say what you don't know. Because let me explain something to you. Now, a a person says, "Listen, Haiti dirtied up the conditions of their water, not caring about the residual, and just wanted to be more than the situation because of the natural and acknowledgement of wanting to do more and then keeping the respect to themselves, and then also individuals that resided even in in the lands of Africa. So Haiti wanted to keep a form of honor to be different from other individuals' habitation of consciousness. Now, when they decided to put away their value and they didn't want me to even be emperor of the land a certain type of way because they wanted something else and not realizing that I was the emperor of all the calendars. And then individuals wanted to be acknowledged for certain things. They were easily more lenient to send individuals away because their their ambition to want to go do more in the physical reality to excel in their art. So the separation would have been easier for them to retrieve the higher forms of knowledge because they already had a mentality of causing disorientation, so it was easy to influence individuals in the physical to tell them, oh, whatever, get the fuck out of here. I'll do what the fuck I want with you after you done once you do something wrong. And then that type of mentality caused a lot of inconvenience for other people because other individuals became devious and vindictive when it came to natural plotting. So, cause doing natural plotting will cause an individual to excel even in a level of physics that would lead to what? Individuals not honoring forms of consecration and being of forms of consecration, devaluing their forms of consecration. It's just like what I told you. It was just like, listen, it's just like what I told you with Asia. Asia zodiacs was of regard for her inner habitation, so she could be able to regard the natural blows of other individuals trying to cause her harm, so their wild emotions she would have it in control, even when it came to the higher points of existence of her physical. But because of other individuals not realizing what is going on when it came to how can I say this, when it came to her equality, when it came, listen, I'm just gonna tell you just like, when it came to her equality, other individuals didn't realize what was going on a certain type of way when it came to her natural equality. So she she had to be um how can I say this? Anointed uh, uh, of elegance when it came to her natural tribute of receptiveness. So individuals try to interfere in her forms of catalog uh, 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 of reality. Now, a person that wanted to know too much at a time was looked upon as how can I say this, all type of different different type of situations, only really, I'll be real with you, depending on I would say depending on certain things a certain type of way, right? So when things happen, when things happen, a man says, you know, I'm very responsive when it comes to my wife and habitation, and even when it comes to one natural conduct, even in physics, because I'm a person, I'm different from individuals a certain type of way in reality. So I'm just gonna be real, you know. I don't tell individuals the reasons. I don't really. I'm a person. I don't really. It it doesn't matter to me, you know. But another person might be a little different from me. So hey, you know, I'm just whatever, man. I don't really care, you know. But I look at an individual and stuff and say, hey, man, one gotta be very careful because another person, you know, a little something a certain ways is just too much a certain type of way. And the times, like you see, like right now, I feel like I'm being attacked. So a person that would choose this time to do something like that is beyond stupid. So I just look at situations a little different, you know, because you know, I don't really want to manhandle individuals a certain type of way. I don't want my last moment with an individual to end up being detrimental and vital, you know, so be very careful because, you know, I might be lenient a certain type of way. I might not be lenient at a time. So I'm just gonna be real with you, you know, one time is too much for me. So I'm just gonna be real because, I'm a person, I'm precise. So what are you saying? Listen, man, let me explain something to you. Haiti went and dirtied the conditions of their mentality and cause discomfort in their social economics, because even if one goes outside to reasons of consecration, of acknowledgement of social economics, one doesn't want to be known as a natural deterrence of one's condition. Then you have individuals from something like that happening to the reasons of one's depth of foundation will cause the natural deterrence of one's higher reality. And then when one of one's goals looks and says, what caused the disturbance in my reality that was so enormous on such a level? And then want to go retrieve and see what's going on, and then one has to think about the quality of existence. So did individuals honor the reasons of their habitation, or were they causing a discomfort and dishonor to the reasons of their habitation because of one's inner equality, of one's dependent, or trying to see the reasons of one's virtue or sacredness? So one gotta really be very careful of the reasons of one's current or, or habitation of natural existence of rejuvenation and, and revenue, even of the current reality. So if an individual can go cleanse naturally, what manipulation are they gonna give a person at the time of existence? Another person said, what are you gonna go tell a person? Oh, I did this, I did that, and then you couldn't even go outside to go cleanse a certain type of way? What kind of reality is that? Another person says, how was a person doing something a certain type of way, and then look at that reality of their situation? Another person doesn't want to cause a certain type of situation in life. A certain type of situation in life. It doesn't make no sense. I don't do certain things. Don't cause me to do certain things to an individual, and then an individual doesn't realize what's going on, and then if I decide to I I indulge in a situation even more, than a person saying I'm wrong. I'm not wrong for defending myself. So I'm just gonna be real. It's just like you know, I'm gonna be real with you. A person looks at something a certain type of way. I'll look at it. I'll look at things a certain type of way like other people. It doesn't make no sense, because if one really honors one's consciousness and one's habitation, why should one's current rejuvenation of receptiveness be defiled? So that's something very serious I'm speaking about with their water, and the reasons of their receptiveness or their respiratory system even at a time. So another person might not realize what I'm speaking about until it's too late, and then don't let individuals of a certain acknowledgement feel like you were jeopardizing their empress because another individual felt like they were educated about events of time. So be very careful and stuff, but be careful of Japan's waters in Japan, and especially Haiti, because Japan, also had in time individuals that resided in Africa and also in Haiti. And these places of natural consciousness, when it comes to currency, is serious. Even even to tell you, when you look at it, then you got to think about the inner consecration of one's habitation, of the causing of effect in the paradigm of time when it comes to one's equality of one's intellect throughout all natural social economics. So this is all I'm gonna say, man. I'm not gonna say too much, but have a wonderful night. Right now, I would really go check on other individuals because another individual, I told you they went and did something, and in a paradigm of time, another person thinking they could it's like calling your mother and your mother just come through and she be lit. Like your mother come through like, yo, what's up, nigga? What you call me for? Yo, my nigga, I'm over here lit 24/7, nigga. She be like, I be lit 24/7, nigga. Even when I rest, it's like money. My husband, money. She be like, yo, she be like, she want to tell your husband about money. My husband value money. It don't matter. Money.
Too much for you to grab a hold of right now. But you believe what you saw is true because you need it to be true.
Lunch live from the jail.
Well, yeah, no, you'd probably have to call us.
You did go to jail
And
once on
then-
this show.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
All right, let's play Midland Burnout here on the Bobby Bone Show.
Watching cigarettes burn out.
I don't like stink pussy bitches.
I'd like to see the ocean before I leave.
Can't blame somebody for what not natural cause. Stop putting on dresses.
Sorry, you're under restrictions now.
You mean I'm a prisoner?
No, I mean you're a Martian. It takes weeks, sometimes months, to acclimate to these open spaces. You saw what happened when we stepped off the ship. You're breathing natural air. You're trying to orient yourself with that damned horizon. Just rest. A transporter's coming to get you. You'll be shipping out day after tomorrow.
One has to honor the reasons of their consciences. I can't say that. And then on top of it, then you have fucking girls that just want to all day. You can't have. Yo, listen, I be telling my wife, yo, man, yo, cut that shit out, man, yo. Girls be wanting to wear your dress and then they be wanting to wear your panties. It's just like being a designer. It's wonderful putting out wonderful designs, but you ever had something that you design and you say, yo, what this particular design is for yourself, and then next thing you know, you see somebody see it and they want to go put it and do something, and the nigga be like, yo, listen, now I don't think you're doing something like that. Don't go put that. Where did you get that from? And then a person will look at that another type way on another level because another person says, "What are you trying to do?" or the tensions another person's trying to cause, and then they'll be into some real funny, fucked up situations, and then another person will show you the reasons of the endangerment. That's why you shouldn't do certain things like that. It's just like, yo, today. I seen them niggas. You see me in the designer niggas that was walking early, well, yesterday, not because this is the next morning right now. But yesterday walking on the runway and I was showing you everything that they were walking. I was just looking at the individuals like, yo, you think something? Yo, you wanna know something, my nigga? Another nigga looking like that, he's like gay, he going out there feeding a dog. Then me telling you about the elements and then looking at another individual a certain type of way. And I'm like, yo, imagine individuals that got raped, fucked down. That shit was never part of their habitation. Their habitation was way different. Just because some next dirty dick nigga stuck his dick in his habitation, didn't know what was going on. Nigga started thinking this was about his ways of life, and his way of life was way different. Another nigga started demoralizing a nigga pocket just to fuck him up, and then another nigga on a level, he would have been able to do higher things on another higher reality on a level that would have never complicated his life, but another person knew that. That's the reason why they demoralized the nigga physical reality, because they're like, if this nigga's really bout it on this level, and he and all the things is going bad for another individual a certain type of way, how should this nigga have it? So if this nigga really about the situation a certain type of way, and if he ain't about that situation another type of way, we'll find out. And then a nigga still be okay handling the situation, another nigga be looking at him like, where? Yo, I think there may be something to that nigga really just wanted to just get that money like that, or that nigga just had, he really about that money and stuff. And then the next thing niggas be looking at a nigga and then all type of things are happening. Oh, you don't need your parents here. You don't need your moms. You don't need your dad. Oh, you just need pussy. Here, you like this here. Listen, you want a drink? And then you pussy all the time, and you be looking at it like what? So man, in the paradigm of time, things out of yo. My wife knew I know these things, and I used to look at her like yo, babes. I don't want to think about this type of situations like your babes. I'm temperamatic. Yo, listen, I don't want to get upset because the things I'll naturally do, it'll be on some. Don't make certain things happen a certain type of way. You wouldn't like that, babes. I'm not an ignorant person. I'm a person very calmly. I'm far from that. If you ever see me I educated all international security down to literally social economics, social also meaning solar system, galaxies, universes, stars, planets, moons, suns, earths, all the way to this point in time in the time period, and I'm still holding it down, and I'm the real rider, real size, the reason of all space. Yo, babes, I'm not no simple nigga. Like, so another person tries to make me temperamatic and do something, I'm far from that type of situation. Don't cause certain things to happen, and don't have nobody trying to do or provoke me and trying to get at my habitation and wondering how things are happening and watching me. That's a disease. That's not a person that knows about order. A person wanted to watch me to figure out what I'm trying to do and all type of things and talking about scared and trying to influence people to be scared and trying to fuck up my life. That's a disease. That's not somebody that knows anything about order. That's a person that's a literal disease. Know the difference. And I tell my wife, don't be don't end up foolish just because another person wanted to try on your fucking designer panties like they were trying on your panties every day. Don't fucking get an itch that you can't get rid of. I don't want to call you out your name. So know the difference of your habitation. Don't start acting fucking stupid because a difference of comfortability when one is still intricate, even precise with their habitation, and one has a paradigm. Yo, don't play me for yo. Listen, man. Loved one, man. I don't even want to think about certain things. Loved one. My wife, she needs to really think about things though.